Do you know that P&G will put a camera in your house as part of their research? Okay, ladies, let me keep you from getting too excited. They will not put it in your bedroom or in your bathroom. Where will they put the camera? The kitchen? Where else? The dining room. Where else? Where you put the washing machine. Correct? Now, you ask, why? Why put a camera in my house? Why don't you just ask my wife, the boss? Why not? Why put a camera? What's the basic reason? Because you don't have to be a senior like me to have senior moments. We tend to forget what we did yesterday. So instead of just asking her, ask the housewife her permission to show what she does when she feeds her 4-year-old or 3-year-old. What she does in the dirty room where she keeps her washing machine. Where she stores these toiletries. They're innovative in their research. They also really want to know how effective is their media investment. Who is it in America who once said, I know only half of what I spend in marketing is effective. My problem is, I don't know which half. Well, these great marketing companies don't have that problem. They always find out what the marketing money is returning for their investment. What's TV returning? What's radio and the other traditional medium? They know that many of the younger PTM are now into the digital media that yesterday we have such great fun listening to. By the way, you remember the 5 and 1 lady yesterday? The 4 guys all had 1-syllable names. You remember? I got news for you. I asked Janet what her maiden name is. It's Cheng. So it's 100% 1-syllable names. That's why they're so smart about digital. Be smart about digital. But as they told us yesterday, be strategic, because you can also waste money with these new media. Okay, next. Number 4, strong positive culture. These great marketing companies require professionalism at all times. What's being a professional? You know that. Knowledgeable, reliable, qualified, dependable. In these companies, high performance is the normal expectation. No slackers, no average performers. I'd like to interest you in raising your standard of expectation of your people. Those that do usually end up higher than those that don't. Raise the standard of expectation for your people. But I'd like to warn you, that's not all you need to do. What do you do other than raising your standard? Train them, qualify them to meet that standard. Give them more knowledge, more skills, more support, more reward systems. And you'd be surprised. I spent 18 years before I became a professor with 9 different American U.S. companies. Whenever I joined one, I always raised the goals so high, I took the breath away of my staff. My God, we never even dreamed of that level. Well, within a year, we got to it, and it surprised them that they reached that. But it requires a lot of work. You've got to raise their level of performance here. You've got to raise their level of skills and knowledge here also. Then they can do it. Okay. Excellent compensation. Who is the richest man in Hong Kong? Li Ka-shing. Li Ka-shing was born a US dollar millionaire. And he assembled his own companies, and he told his subordinate managers, I have an ambition to become a US dollar billionaire. That's my personal dream. So he told his managers, you help me become a US dollar billionaire, and I will make all of you millionaires. And that's exactly what happened. They all worked hard to make him a billionaire, and they all became US dollar millionaires. Okay, be selfish, be thrifty, be stingy, and you will always be Mr. Low Blow, Mr. Small Businessman, Small Businesswoman. You don't share the bread, it does not grow. Be smart, share whatever you win, whatever growth you have with your people, and it just energizes them to do more for you. Good communication. In all these companies, communication up and down and sideways, excellent. They share each other's knowledge, ideas, experiences. And remember, they're all global. And please, there's no more excuse not to have instant communication, because all your people have cell phones. Many of them have computers. No excuse. When I was your age, many moons ago, I used to leave the office, and boy, I had a great time. Why? My boss couldn't reach me. So I feel sorry for you guys now. Because what does the boss do to trace you? He will put a GPS device in your phone to trace you. What were you doing in that massage parlor yesterday at 11 a.m., huh? Good communication. Last one is strategic partnering. All these great marketing companies have excellent partnerships. With whom? With whom? With the trade, retailers, wholesalers, distributors. They're treated like, again, what's the word again? Family. And they have terrific teamwork. What's teamwork? Just basically going after the same objectives with the same strategies, understood and supported by all. Finally, last one, skilled leadership skills. All of them have terrific CEOs, very knowledgeable, even brilliant ones. If you're CEO of your company, not the best way to become brilliant is to go to your barber and take all of your hair out. Huh, Victor? That's not the way to do it. Because all that will happen is makintab ka, not brilliant. Do your homework. Study your industry carefully. Study your competition even more carefully. Understand what are the drivers of your industry. Understand what are your strengths and weaknesses. Act on strength. Either eliminate or stay away from your weaknesses. They know this, these good CEOs. They're great motivators. The people like to follow them. As an aside, let me tell you, Gallup has a very good research on workers of the world. And Gallup brought out the fact that the majority of people at work in the world, no country is an exception, they don't like what they're doing and they're not engaged in their work. They're what I call, this is my own term, 50 to 70%ers. They can give you 100%. Ayaw. Sorry. No thanks. Bakit ko pagagandahin itong bruhang ito o itong diktador na gagong ito na boss ko? That's, unfortunately, the most common attitude for most workers in this world. They do not want to give you 100%. Well, I told you I worked for 18 years as a line manager in marketing for 9 American companies. Very high-pressure jobs. I had to learn how to make these people that I find there, 50 to 70%ers, to become 100%ers. Why? I told you, I raised the target so high, I took their breaths away. Well, I invested my time to mentor them, to get their skills up, and we reached these targets. Motivate them. If you are surrounded by 100%ers, well, let me tell you one simple truth. They can't beat you. They can't beat you. That's why in this market, Jollibee cannot be beaten. I know a little bit about Jollibee because I was one of a team of professors that trained their middle managers over a period of 5-6 years. They came to AIM and we were surprised. You're considered one of the best managed. Why are you here? And Jollibee said, we have found our middle managers are not capable of being given more responsibility. It's hurting our growth. A very good reality confession. Okay, we devised what we call a mini MBA over 5 weeks. And I was the marketing professor for that 5-week course. I found out that Jollibee is made up, if not all, but mostly 100%ers. And if you have 100%ers around you, to the very janitor, mahihirapan kang talunin. Hindi ka matatalo. They will have a hell of a time beating you. But if you're surrounded by 50 to 70%ers, not only are you paying a lot of money for waste, for a lot of work not getting done, spinning of wheels, you will be easily beaten. Not these great marketing companies. And their CEOs lead by example. We hear of these Nestle CEOs, P&G CEOs. They go not only to the stores, they go into the homes of their PTM. Talk to the wives, talk to the kids themselves. They want to know, they want to experience what their PTM experience. These are the great marketing companies that teach us many of these best practices.